All right, the goods have been secured. This bump, it's a big deal, and I didn't even really know they existed. But y'all, his head, Ken is literally like freaking out. These feel expensive. Yeah, this one's like way better. But like, can we take a moment for this box? Good morning. I don't know when's the last time I vlogged in the car with me driving. I'm on the way. It's like so foggy. Do you see how like foggy the windows are? Because it's like cold because it's morning. I'm on the way to get Dunkin'. I'm really wanting and needing a pumpkin coffee, and I'm gonna get some donuts, obviously for Ken and I. This will be this will probably be like a daily vlog, like a pregnancy daily vlog. I feel like a lot of times my pregnancy vlogs are kind of a culmination of a bunch of random like clips from a bunch of random days, but this will probably be just a one-day vlog, pregnancy vlog, because I'm going to the OB today and I have like a marathon appointment. I swear I have like 8 things that are getting done today. Not actually, but it seems like a lot, so I will let y'all know what all is going down there. And then I have like some new stuff I've gotten in, some like baby stuff that I feel like would be fun to show. And I'm getting Dunkin', so it's a very exciting day, so I figured I would bring y'all along. All right, the goods have been secured. They gave me 1,000 separate bags for each thing, but actually the coffee, the pumpkin coffee, is just perfect. I feel like sometimes with Dunkin' you can't be sure. I also got some Bojangles.
Sponsored by Bojangles.
Yeah, right. But honestly, this looks so good. I just got a pimento cheese biscuit, but Ken got bacon, egg, and cheese. It looks good. How's your donut?
Also sponsored by Dunkin'.
All right, we just finished up breakfast. I had a pimento cheese biscuit from Bojangles, which was so good. Their pimento cheese is like a little spicy, but it's delicious. And I'm working on my coffee, which is so good and like so cozy. I'm working on my planner, like getting everything, like all the tasks done. Now we are, I mean, y'all are seeing this like way delayed, but I am 36 weeks and 5 days. So literally like 48 hours away from being 37 weeks, which is full term, which means he could come, I mean, you know, theoretically he could have came anytime, but he could literally come like any day, which is kind of wild to think about. And I feel like every minute of every day, you're just like, I don't know, it just feels like purgatory or something. Like you're just kind of waiting, not like waiting, because I don't anticipate him coming early, but the fact that he could, and you're on like such a real countdown now, you know, you're always kind of counting down, or I guess counting up with your weeks, but now we're on like a real countdown. Literally 3 weeks left, which is crazy. So I'm trying to make sure we have all our ducks in a row. If y'all have been watching the previous pregnancy vlogs or like just the other videos on my channel, you know we have been going pretty ham prepping for everything. I mentioned in the last vlog, I believe, Ken's like list that he's helping me with just like deep cleaning every square inch of this house, like dusting and cleaning literally every inch of this house. I have already decluttered literally every inch of this house, like every inch. We actually went to Goodwill and donated like, I don't even know how many pounds. It was in our entire trunk, and like car was brimming with donations. I'm feeling very good, and like we've gotten a lot done, but also I feel like I have a million more things to do. I'm still working on all my baby books that I purchased, which I really wish I had started these sooner, but I'm reading. I'm not gonna read this whole thing because a lot of it goes into like age 5, so I'm obviously not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just reading like the baby portion, but I have a lot of books left to read and videos I'm filming and editing and just like pregnancy related stuff. I finished the hospital bags and stuff, which I need to film that video. Diaper bag is fully packed. I did film that already. So just things like that, kind of finishing up like, I don't know, last minute things. But like I mentioned, I have an OB appointment, but obviously Ken is coming, and it's kind of a lot of different like appointments in one. It feels like we're obviously seeing the doctor, and then I have to get my, what is it called? Group B strep test, I believe. And then I guess, I mean, she'll probably do like a cervical check, right? Like while I'm in that position and while she's down there. So I'm kind of curious if I'll be dilated or effaced at all, because obviously at 37 weeks, like you could very easily have started those processes. I'm kind of curious about that because I have a lot of Braxton Hicks, and those kind of prepare your cervix and everything for birth. So I'm kind of curious about that. I don't know if this is going to be like uncomfortable. And then obviously, you know, the regular like urine test that you have to give, and then I have to get blood taken to check for something that they already checked for, that I guess they check like one more time before you give birth, that I don't even remember what it is, but I have to get blood work done. And then we have an ultrasound, which I'm super excited for because I feel like we haven't had one in a little while, and we've honestly only had one at like our normal OB. We usually have all of our ultrasounds at our high-risk doctor, but we don't have to go there anymore. So doing an ultrasound, which will probably be, I imagine, our last ultrasound. I actually remember saying in that vlog about our last high risk appointment that I thought that was gonna be your last ultrasound. It kind of didn't really occur to me that they usually do like a standard 36-ish week one. I think it's just like a normal check. It seems like it's a standard one. It's not for any specific reason, but I'm very curious how much he's weighing and how big he is. He's already in position and everything, so I don't think anyone's wondering about that, but I really wonder how big he is because I am large, and he's just always ran a little bit big throughout this whole pregnancy. I'm curious, but I'm also excited to like see him and watch him and get more pictures, and obviously this will be our last like chance to see him before we like see him and meet him. And I love the ultrasounds and I love the pictures, so it's just crazy that we're on our last one. So there's like multiple things. I feel like a lot of times we just go in and talk to the doctor, but this appointment is like so many different things, so we're probably gonna be there for a while. Also, we pre-ordered the iPhone 13 like the day that you could pre-order it. We both did. He got the mini and I got the plus, and they're supposed to be coming today, but we have to, I think, sign for them. But I like get a lot of packages that say I have to sign for them and I never do. They just leave them at the porch, but obviously these are very, very, very expensive items, so I understand why they would want you to sign for them, but I don't know if they're actually gonna require that or not, so we're a little nervous that the delivery will come like while we're at this probably hour and a half appointment, and we're gonna miss getting them, which we're both really eager to get them because both of our phones just, they're kind of on their last legs. So a lot of exciting things today between the appointment and our new phones. So I'm very excited. It's gonna be kind of a fun, exciting day. Like I said, I want to show y'all some just like random stuff I've gotten, including my new like purse slash bag that I recently got. I'm like just really digging this coffee right now. It is so freaking good. I also wanted to mention this app that I just downloaded. I've been kind of like trying to pick out which apps we're gonna use for tracking like, you know, diapers and feedings and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of like a baby tracker. I feel like that's important. So let me know y'all's recommendations for that, by the way, because I've been trying to kind of narrow that down. But there's another app I recently got called NURL. It's NURYL. This is like what the app itself looks like. And it's basically one of those kind of like baby music apps that kind of like helps stimulate their brain function. I'm sure y'all have probably heard of playing like really kind of like classical music sort of for your baby. But this is kind of like specific to babies, so you're not just like picking out random music. And this is not sponsored or anything, but they did contact me and like provide me access to this app, and it's actually really, really cool. I was just messing around with it. It's for pregnant women, but then also like if you already have a baby, you can start playing this music for your baby like while they're in utero with either, you know, like those headphones, or you can just play it through the speaker kind of close to your belly. It's like, honestly, I really, really like the music. I was just listening to a bunch of it. Y'all can probably hear it on the little like video that I'm gonna insert, so y'all can kind of see what it looks like, but it's honestly like very relaxing and enjoyable. It's kind of like specifically created. They actually custom made a lot of this music. It's not just like Beethoven and stuff. They like custom created this music to be highly informational and like super complex so that it purposely stimulates certain parts of the brain. I guess specifically like the language components or the language areas of the brain are stimulated by like certain types of music. So this kind of helps you do that with something very specific. It just kind of helps like jumpstart their brain development, which is obviously one of those things that I feel like we all kind of want help with in terms of like helping them, like their cognition develop as best as possible. They just recommend doing like 30 to 60 minutes a day, and there's actually a little like tracker in the app that tracks how like many hours or minutes you've done like weekly and monthly and yearly and stuff like that, which I also think is helpful because I feel like, especially as a new parent, like I don't know how to do any of this. I don't know like what a baby needs and how much of it, and I'm trying to learn and like get all the help I can get, and that's kind of what I feel like this app does. And then obviously you can kind of use it as like an interactive thing too. You can kind of like dance with them or kind of like tap along to the music and just kind of like make it sort of a bonding experience as well and make it fun for the baby. And you can obviously use this for years, as like, I mean, babies' brains like never stop developing, I feel like. So I feel like this is something you could definitely use all the time. And they have a little nighttime mode too, which is very like relaxing music. Again, I was listening to so much of it and I was like, I'm enjoying this, so I'm sure baby would too. So anyway, I did want to mention that. I will provide a link down below for y'all to check it out. It seems like it's gonna be really cool, and I'm super excited to kind of like dive into it. And honestly, I'm probably gonna enjoy it just as much as he does. So I'm going to finish my coffee because I'm loving it, and then I'm gonna get to getting. I need to get stuff done. It looks like I haven't moved. Well, I kind of haven't moved, but I've actually been productive and done a lot of things, and I still have more. Just like administrative stuff where it's like planner, computer, email, like just kind of sitting down related. I feel like I've been doing a whole bunch of that. I kind of like gathered all the stuff I need for my OB appointment. I have like my birth plan, just some like my general, I don't know, birth related questions for the doctor. Of course, like all printed out and ready to go for my appointment. And actually, this is like a little trick. Well, it's not even really a trick, but it's just the thing that I do that is actually really helpful when I'm like taking notes. I did this when we interviewed the pediatrician, and I feel like this is so retro. Like I feel like this is such a throwback. I can link these. I found them on Amazon, but it's like the old style, and I feel like they haven't changed the style of these at all. But like the pens that have a couple different colors, you know, you just like slide down whatever color you want to use. And I find these super helpful to bring to appointments and like things where I'm jotting stuff down, because I'll like have my questions either typed up or like written up, but then I want to like put the answers in like a different color so I can like keep track of like I put versus what the answer was and things like that. So I love that this has like blue, green, black, and red, because I don't know, it just makes the notes a little easier to read after the fact if I kind of not like color coordinate them. I'm not like that extra, but I don't know, it just it helps me keep track of everything. And of course I also packed my Buzzy Bee. If y'all have been here, this is like an IVF thing, but I still use this every time I get a shot or I get blood taken or anything, because to me it's honestly probably very much just like a mental placebo kind of thing, but it's a necessity. So I was just packing up some stuff for the appointment, even though it's not for a while. But I wanted to show y'all my new like bum bag that I just got. And this was not sent to me or anything. I bought this myself. But this is from She Is Boutique, which is actually a Instagram like influencer that I follow. She has her own boutique and she sells these bum bags, which are obviously kind of like Louis inspired. But there she is. I was wondering where my other cat was. My other cat was like meowing a lot, which made me think she was like missing, like locked in somewhere, but she's right there. But anyway, I'm so excited. I can link this down below for y'all as well. I've been dying for one because I just feel like these are so convenient to carry around, like just having it like right here, or you can just like grab things in and out of it. It's honestly such a game changer. And obviously when the baby comes in a couple of weeks, or who knows, like I'm gonna be using a diaper bag probably most of the time, but I feel like either I'll obviously use the diaper bag as a purse, but I feel like if I don't need the whole diaper bag, or if I'm just like running in somewhere with him and I don't actually need the whole entire bag, I'm gonna need something kind of small and just like really convenient to just carry my personal stuff in. And that's what this is so perfect for. It's honestly really nice quality. It has some really cute little details and all like gold hardware, and it has some really cool like, I don't know, functionalities. It obviously has kind of the big long strap and it's adjustable. And honestly, I just carry it like this a lot of the time, like if I'm just quickly like running in and out. By the way, the baby is having serious hiccups right now. I mean, he has hiccups like all day, every day, but he's having them right now. But honestly, a lot of the time I just kind of carry it like a purse. It kind of works just as well that way, but of course you can throw it crossbody. But it has like a zipper pocket in the back, which is literally the most perfect thing for just like throwing my phone in, which is like honestly like the best feature of this purse, because I feel like getting easy access to your phone in this compartment, it's not as easy to just like grab something in and out as it is with this back zipper pocket. So I love that. You can honestly put your wallet back there to keep it super safe, but it's like the perfect size for a phone. And it also has this little top handle, I guess if you, I don't know, just wanted to grab it that way. And then it's actually really spacious on the inside. It has like a little lip that kind of folds over, and it has a zipper on both sides. I really don't keep much in here because when I'm just like running out, I don't really need a ton, and usually I'm with Ken a lot of the time and he has the keys. So I literally have like 3 things in here. I have my wallet. I love this because it's really nice and slim and like low profile. And then I literally have hand sanitizer and like my favorite lip product of all time. This is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. Best lip product of ever. And then in here, that's literally all I have in here. Otherwise I'll have, you know, sometimes my camera, or things like that, and sometimes my keys. But it's honestly quite spacious. Like I could fit my keys, my wallet, my G7X, all these like little extra things. Everything fits in here super comfortably, but it also has a little flat pocket right here. I don't know how well you can see, but it's just a little kind of flap, and I just have my masks in there, and it actually has a zipper pocket right behind that too. It's basically the same as the flat pocket. It's just a little bit deeper, so you can store honestly quite a bit in there as well if you wanted to like throw your money or coins or something in there too. It has the outside pocket plus 2 inside pockets and a ton of space. It's like deceivingly big. So anyway, I wanted to shout this out just because I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I've been eyeing it for so long. It is kind of hard to get your hands on. It like sells out constantly. I had restock notifications on it probably like 4 or 5 times before I was like finally able to snag it, because I feel like as soon as it comes back in stock, it sells out right away. I will link it down below for y'all. They have it in obviously this color, and then they have like the white and gray, or like the cream and gray, the other like version of this. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about, but I decided to get this because I feel like this will just not get dirty looking, and for fall and winter I feel like it's just very appropriate. So I'm obsessed with this. I have been using it like crazy, and it's just so convenient to be hands-free but have everything like literally within grabbing distance. So I really love that. I wanted to mention it. Like I said, I bought that myself, but I'm just loving it. So I will link it down below. If it's not in stock, you can just put the notifications on, and it'll let you know when it comes back in stock. But I'm obsessed with it. Okay, I'm getting lunch for the cats together now. This bump, it is so big. I still like can't believe it when I look at myself. And then I'm going to do just a quick body shower, and then I'm going to do some editing. I think I'm gonna try to edit outside because it's pretty nice out. It's like not too hot, not too cold. I feel like it'll be a nice temperature to sit outside and edit for a little while. I was just sitting doing like the administrative type stuff I was telling y'all about. I feel like for a long time, like probably 2 hours. But I'm done with all that, getting the cats lunch together. I don't know if y'all are curious. I've never really probably shown this or talked about it, but I'm actually curious for y'all. How do you feed your cats? Do you just leave dry food out kind of like all the time and they just kind of like munch throughout the day, or do you feed them at like specific times of day, or is it kind of like whenever you get to it? I'm kind of curious how other people do it, but if y'all are curious how we do it, we feed them basically like lunch and then dinner. I feel like some people maybe do like breakfast and dinner. So let me know like how y'all feed them, on what schedule, and like what you feed them. The cats are actually funny with the wet food, like the spoon that I use, like y'all just saw to scoop it out. They like to lick the spoon. Also Nala, my older cat, is on like a joint supplement. So every other day we give her one of these. It was recommended by my doctor. It's from Amazon. I can link it, but it's just because she's kind of an old lady. So anyway, let me know what y'all's feeding schedule is. I just have to like take this capsule apart, which is so weird, and like sprinkle it on top of her food. But apparently it tastes good. That's what the vet said, and she seems to like it. So I just sprinkle it right on top, and she literally just like licks this powder right off of her wet food. I do it with the wet food because it sticks to it. Dry food, it would just like, I don't know, it would get everywhere. Oh, but basically we do lunch and like dinner. So at lunchtime they get wet food with like a little bit of dry food underneath it in case they're still a little hungry after they're done with the wet food. And then before we go to bed, we just give them a bunch of dry food. Well, we use like a measuring thing so they don't get too fat. And then they just eat plain dry food for like dinner, and they probably munch it throughout the night because they like sleep in this room. This is our laundry room, and we keep them in here at night. They have their beds in here because otherwise they'd like run amok around the whole house, and they kind of like get at each other and bug each other. And I feel like they would wake us up and stuff like that. So they have like a nighttime routine, and they're so good about it. Like we put them in here before we go to bed. We give them each a bowl of their dry food, and they just like nibble on it. And then Nala goes into her bed in the corner. Willie jumps up here. We put his bed up here on the washer dryer. He gets into his bed, and they both like immediately go to their own beds and go to sleep. Like they don't meow. They don't like fight with each other. They don't jump around. They literally just come in here, go in their beds, go to sleep. So that's my cat's like routine, I guess, throughout the day. Not that anyone ever asked, but I need to get changed and get to editing. You ready to eat? Here you go. Is it good? I just took a quick shower, kind of like, well, just like a body shower, refreshed my hair a little bit, and got dressed. I figured I would show y'all my little outfit. I'm so obsessed with these a couple like little Halloween slash like fall bump shirts. I have another one which is right over there, but I'll put a picture on the screen here of me wearing it because I posted it on Instagram and everyone was dying. And then I actually wore it out running errands like 2 to 3 days ago, and everywhere I went, I swear, like 10 or 12 people total throughout the whole like errands running day stopped me to like comment on how cute and funny my shirt was, because it's actually just so funny. And I feel like if you were pregnant, especially like super pregnant around the fall time, like you kind of have to take advantage and do something funny like this with a bump. So I love that other one, but I also got this one that says, "Hey there, pumpkin," and obviously the pumpkin is like right on the bump, which I think is so cute. And then I just have some shorts on, threw on a flannel with a little bit of like white and orange. I figured that kind of coordinated. And then I actually have these new shoes, which I'm kind of obsessed with. Here's like another angle. They're kind of like, you know, those like cork, you know, Burke style sandals, but I love that these have like the little cross over the toe and the 2 little buckles. And this is not sponsored at all either, but these were sent to me by Rose and Remy. They have a ton of shoes on their website. They honestly have so many sandals, like a ton of shoes. They have a lot of like kind of nicer, like fancier heel options, which are so cute. But obviously, A, I can't walk in those right now, and B, I don't think I'm going anywhere that will warrant shoes like that literally anytime soon with a baby on the way. But they have a lot of really cute like casual options as well, and I thought these were just the cutest thing. And honestly, they're so comfy. Here's a little up close view of them. They're really just a really nice quality. They have like a nice tread, a good like layer of kind of that cork material. I'm honestly so impressed with these straps, mostly because this underside, I don't think you'll be able to tell, but it honestly feels like fleece underneath here, but not like, I don't know, a super fuzzy fleece. I don't know, it's a super comfy material. Like the second I put these on for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, like this literally feels like butter on my feet. So they're already super comfy just because I feel like this style of shoe is just comfy in general, but they made it like extra comfy by putting this material underneath it. And even this, obviously faux leather, is just really smooth and soft and shiny. I just think they're really nice looking. I even love the detailing on the buckles. Can you see how they're kind of like a copper color, but they're kind of like tarnished in just like the right way where they look, I don't know, sort of worn, but also not, I don't know. I just think they're really a nice looking pair of shoes, and they are the most comfortable thing I've put on my feet honestly in a while. And obviously I feel like being this pregnant, it's just like footwear, honestly anything that can be comfortable is like a necessity. I feel like I'm just constantly uncomfortable when I'm sleeping, when I'm walking, when I'm sitting. Like I just need comfort, and so the more comfortable shoes that I can wear, obviously the better, but also the easier to put on the better, because I'm not over here trying to like slip my foot in and out of sneakers or tie anything. Like anything that I have to bend over to put on is not happening. So these are so perfect. Plus obviously when you're pregnant, your feet kind of fluctuate in size, just in terms of like how big they are, but also in terms of swelling and all of those things. So sandals are kind of the play. Oh, okay.
During the break.
But they have a ton of other options on there as well, so I will link these down below. Definitely check out their whole website. They have a ton of different options on there, but I'm super obsessed with these, and I'm definitely gonna be wearing them today. So now that I am dressed and ready to go, baby boy is definitely awake right now, moving around. I think I'm gonna probably I might just make a salad for lunch, and then like I said, I want to sit outside and I want to edit. I also really quick, these were not sent to me, I bought these all by myself, but I actually really quick wanted to show a little like mini order that I got in from Kindred Bravely, which I'm sure y'all, if you're pregnant or you know nursing at all, you've probably heard of this brand. I feel like they're kind of a big deal, and I feel like they're kind of, I don't know, are they more of like a sort of luxury brand? I feel like they're, you know, definitely a little bit more on the pricey side, but I've just heard really good things about their bras. I decided to pick up a couple. I'll link them down below for y'all. They just seem really incredible. I wish y'all could even just like feel how nice these feel. This is kind of their claim to fame, this specific bra here. It's like their dual purpose bra because it's a nursing and a hands-free pumping bra. I just think it's kind of cute. I actually got it in nude and I got it in the black as well, but I feel like black is just hard to show on camera, so I figured I would show you all the nude one. I like how it's branded all along the bottom. And honestly, these just feel, like I said, amazing. Even the like strap part has like some serious padding on the back. Like that's gonna be so comfy. And it actually comes with a strap extender. So obviously when you're pregnant and breastfeeding, I feel like your torso and your chest in general just they kind of like fluctuate in size. And so I feel like the fact that there's a ton of extenders on this, plus you can add this on top of it, like you can really make this fit you no matter what, so you're not having to buy, you know, multiple of these. But these are just so nice. I wish y'all could like feel how heavy, but just how thick this is. Like there's just, as you can probably tell, a ton of material. This is just like a lot of bra here, but basically it unclips in like multiple places. So you can unclip this like first layer, which is super thick, and that's where all the padding is. And you have kind of like the hands-free pumping portion where you can just like stick the phalange in there, and then it sort of holds onto it for you, and you can pump hands-free. And then of course you can unclip that section and then just have, you know, your breast totally exposed for nursing. So you could do like both. You could pump on one side, nurse on the other side, pump on both sides. It's just like such a multi-purpose bra. I just think it's amazing, and it just feels like such incredible quality. Super, super thick. This strap here, as you can probably tell, is like super wide, which they did intentionally, so it goes pretty like, I don't know, close under your armpit, so that you don't have a lot of, you know, that underarm or like that back fat that squishes out. And then I also got a couple of their Ultra Comfort like lounge bras. Again, I got a black one, and then I also got, this is kind of a nude, but it's honestly more of like a baby pink. And I feel like this would, like, you don't have to be pregnant or nursing or anything to appreciate this bra, because it's literally just like one of those really nice, comfy, like seamless bras. But I feel like, as you can even kind of tell just by looking at it, it's kind of a longer line bra, so it goes, again, sort of like higher up under your armpit and a little bit longer than a standard bra. It's more like a bralette. It does have the pads in here, but the pads are removable right there, and it's like super seamless. It's not adjustable or anything, so you do have to get, you know, a specific size. So I got a large, and honestly I feel like it runs a tiny bit small, honestly, so I would recommend probably sizing up in this. But at the same time, it's also like super stretchy, so you can probably make it work with your regular size. But I think just for comfort, I would size up. This doesn't really have anything to do, like I said, with nursing or breastfeeding or anything, but I love these bralette style bras. I actually have a couple from American Eagle / Aerie that are very, very similar, and honestly, it's like all I've worn throughout this whole pregnancy, because I really don't want to wear anything with like clasps, and honestly, most of my bras don't even fit. These are just my go-to. I can sleep in them, I can lounge in them. You can honestly just like wear this around the house with sweatpants. I'm obsessed with these, pregnant or not. I think these are so nice. They even have like this little band under here. It honestly is like so soft. It feels like velvet, so it kind of helps keep your bra in place, and it doesn't like rub against you or chafe or anything. I just think these are awesome, so I will link all of these down below if y'all are a new mom, or even if you're not. I feel like anyone with boobs, pretty much anyone that wears a bra, would be obsessed with these in particular. So I just wanted to show these because I haven't shown them yet, and I'm pretty impressed. And then actually I'm here in the nursery because there's something in here that I really wanted to show y'all. I've kind of showed it before on my channel, like, I don't know, was it like last winter? It was honestly a while ago, but I'm so excited, and like whenever I get the chance to share this, I want to. So this is little man's little like blanket basket. Honestly, we have a bajillion blankets for him, but I got like a regular sized one for like, these are all baby sized ones, but of course I wanted like a big one for us, like adults, and for like, or just like both of us sitting together, you know, on the chair here or in our bedroom or whatever. But this is one of the Barefoot Dreams dupes from Sam's Club. Y'all, these are so good. Like I said, I have one other one that we just like keep downstairs to, you know, use on the couch and stuff like that. But they're so big and so soft, and I've heard, like, I don't have a real Barefoot Dreams because I just think they're a little absurd, but I've heard from like a ton of people that have a real Barefoot Dreams, like these are better. They're like such a fraction of the price. I think normally they're $30, but right now they're like $20. And Sam's Club does free shipping. You don't have to be a member or anything. You can just like buy it. So literally this blanket was like 20 bucks plus tax. So they are incredible. The other one I have is kind of like a gray leopard print. And then this is kind of like a creamy, like beige, I don't know, I guess sort of like tiger stripes. I wanted to get kind of a neutral shade for in here because obviously kind of everything we have going on is some shade of like kind of a lighter brown, or honestly, it almost matches the wall perfectly. So, and then the other side's kind of reverse. It's like, instead of of being like more white and beige. It's more beige and white. It's huge, it's soft, it's amazing. So I will link it down below. One of the best Barefoot Dreams dupes, honestly, if you have a baby or not, if you just want to be cozy, or honestly for like a Christmas gift or gift any time of year, because everyone loves getting blankets. This is such a freaking good one. So I will link this below. And actually in other nursery news, because I haven't shown this at all, we literally just finished this yesterday, but we got our nursery baby monitor the other day. My parents gifted that to us and we got it installed. We kind of had to play around with where to put it. By the way, if y'all haven't seen the nursery reveal / like nursery tour video, that's already up, so I will put that in the iCards and I will link that down below. So if you haven't seen like the full the full everything that's going on in here, definitely check that out. But I will link this monitor in particular. We did like a ton of research and this just seemed like one of the really good ones. I had to put it a little bit higher and kind of off center, but honestly I don't feel like it really is that noticeable. You kind of just have to put it where it works. And then we have the actual like monitor thing right there, just, you know, for now. Obviously that will kind of move around with us wherever we go. And then Ken got these little, I don't know, kind of like wire clip sort of things that just like nail in, and he snaked the cord all the way down so that's like nice and flush with the wall. I am so excited now. I feel like that was the last sort of thing that the nursery needed to be like fully functional, and obviously he's not gonna sleep in here right away. He's gonna sleep in the bassinet in our room, but it makes me feel really good that we actually have the monitor. It's installed, it works, it's like a really good height. We really like it, like the monitor is really nice. There's two different versions of this. This is like, I don't know, kind of the higher end version of it because you can attach multiple cameras to the same monitor. So if we're still like using the monitor for him as a toddler, like when we have another baby, we can actually have two cameras hooked up to the one monitor screen so you can monitor both at the same time. So excited that it's in here. I like to make my salads in like a little Tupperware so that I can shake it up. And here we have it. It's kind of like a chopped salad, but then it has like, it's an Asian kind of salad. It's got like the wonton strips and some almonds. Just finished up lunch. I feel like I get full so like quick now because I feel like this baby's taking up so much of like my torso and squishing my stomach. I just like don't have a lot of room at any one time, and I get maybe like hungrier a little more frequently. So I'm sitting down at my computer and we have to leave for our appointment in like 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of editing done. But I actually wanted to mention, I just thought of this since I sat down here, but it's been a complete game changer, and it's these, they call them like palm pads for your laptop, and they're from Amazon. I can link them up for y'all, but they actually, there's like a lot of different kinds, and some of them are adhesive so they like stick to your computer, but the ones I got just have, I don't know, a like silicone kind of like sticky back. So as you just saw, I can like lift it up really easily, but it doesn't move at all. It like kind of is stuck, but also it's really easy to remove, so it's not like permanent, because I definitely didn't want to like put an actual sticker type product on my computer. I don't know about y'all, but my computer, or maybe it's just like me, my hands get so sweaty when I'm like editing and typing and doing stuff on the computer for like a long period of time. And also my computer, I feel like gets pretty hot, so it makes my hands sweaty too. I think it's a combination of just me, but also my computer getting hot. So these have been a game changer, because I literally used to have to put like a towel, like a little like face towel. I would like put it under the computer so my hands wouldn't just like get so sweaty and then get sweat and I don't know, like marks kind of on the computer from my hands having just like being clammy, which I know that's it probably sounds super gross, but these have been a game changer. Ever since I got them, I don't have to like wipe my hands off. My hands like don't get all hot and sweaty. It's really like, it's a big deal, and I didn't even really know they existed until very recently. I like looked on Amazon because I was like, something has to be available to help with this problem. So if y'all didn't know this is a thing, it is definitely a thing, and it changes everything. And obviously you don't have to have a Mac or anything, like they're for pretty much any laptop. So I will link them. If y'all haven't heard of them, I feel like they could change a lot of lives, because they really have for me. And obviously if you don't want them on there for any reason, you can just take them off and then put them back on. So I think they're really versatile, really handy. So yeah, you'll probably need them. All right, we are back. I have since changed because I was not that comfy in what I was wearing. I mean, my shirt was super cute, but those shorts, they're just like, they're denim, they have the button, you know, they kind of cut in, and so I was very eager to get out of that, and I needed to like throw my hair up. My hair is dirty, it needs to be washed, but I figured I would give y'all an update because I have a lot of updates, and I just got a couple packages, so I figured I would show y'all some of the packages I just opened. Also, our phones have still not come. We got a lot of interesting information at our appointment, so we went in for the ultrasound first, which I kind of thought the ultrasound was after, but then obviously that doesn't make sense because like you want to do the ultrasound before you meet with the doctor so that you like know what to talk about, or at least, you know, you can just talk about it. I mean, like I said, I think I've said this, we've known that he is like on the bigger side. The first time we got like an ultrasound that he was big enough to measure was at our, I think it was our first high risk appointment, and he was in the 80, oh gosh, I have it written down, like the 85th percentile or something, so like a little big. And then the next one we had, he was like in like the 76th or something, so a little like less above average in terms of size. And then we haven't had one in a while. That was at 30 weeks, so I guess that was probably like 7 weeks ago or maybe 6 weeks ago, something like that. So it's been a little bit, and she's like showing us all, you know, we got some pictures, which actually I should definitely show y'all. At first she was just kind of like getting his positioning and kind of showing us him, and his heart rate was like a little lower, it was like 116, so she's like, he must be sleeping. But she showed he was like facing right into the placenta, and he wasn't really moving much. She did like type good fetal movement, so I guess whatever movement he was doing was good, but he was looking up into the placenta, and we were looking at like his profile, and you could just see him like sucking, like his lips were kind of moving, and it was so cute. He did it a couple times. I didn't like film it or anything because obviously you're not really supposed to, and I didn't know if she was gonna yell at me, so I just didn't try. But he was like sucking, like almost like kind of a kissing motion towards the placenta, which was so cute. And she kind of confirmed his positioning, which I've known that he's head down. He's been head down honestly for a long time, but basically I guess my placenta is like kind of right here, which honestly makes perfect sense because I don't feel a ton of movement in this particular spot. Basically his head is obviously down pretty low, and he's facing this way, so basically like he's looking right at my fingers here, and then his spine kind of like curves up around this way, and then his feet kind of curve over here, so he's kind of in like the fetal position around the placenta, which is why the placenta's here. And he was kind of like sucking on it, or like, you know, making like little kissing motions at it, so that was pretty cute and adorable to see. But y'all, his head, like diameter, circumference, whatever they base it on, is in the 99th percentile. He literally has like as big of a head as you can have, basically. However, his like overall percentile, like obviously the head probably skews it quite a bit, because I think his like femur, for example, was in like the 70, high 70s, like again maybe 76th percentile. So his average, just like overall percentile measurement, rating, whatever you call that, was 83. So he's not like huge, but also he's not really anywhere near average, and his head is gargantuan. So, because she was measuring it, she's like, have you been told he has like a big head before? And I was like, or have you been told he's like, his got a large head measurement? I don't remember how she worded it, but I was like, not in particular, but like we've definitely been told that he's big-ish / long / tall. But in terms of like my fundal height measurement, like I've mentioned, I'll be like super ahead, and then the next appointment I'll be right on schedule, and then I'll be super ahead, and then I'll be right on schedule. So like based on like the measurements we've gotten since our last ultrasound, like there was just no way to know. But so I'm gonna be 37 weeks in 2 days, so if we just kind of round up a little bit, I am just about 37 weeks. And at first she did the measurements a couple times because she was like, maybe they're off, let me try again, and they were just bigger the next time she did them, so it could be anywhere in this range. But the different weights she got was like 7 pounds 11 ounces, and then 7 pounds 14 ounces, but the head circumference was in the 99th percentile. Either way, I think his overall percentile went from like 83 to 86 maybe, so not like a huge fluctuation, but he's like 2 ounces away from being 8 pounds, and I still have technically 3 weeks till my due date, 3 weeks and 2 days, and obviously not all babies come on their due date, some come later at like 41 weeks and all this stuff, and obviously they keep gaining weight every day and every week that goes by. So my doctor walks in, I'm like, we need to talk about this. Because I need to get that big noggin like out of me, obviously, in some form, and I definitely prefer to do it vaginally as much as possible. And she's like, we can schedule a 39-week induction. And I'm like, should we do that? She's like, I mean, like, why not? Like, he's fully cooked and he's just gonna keep getting bigger. And if there's, you know, there's really no reason to keep him in there longer, then there's no reason to keep him in there longer. But it's obviously totally up to you if you want to do that. And obviously, you know, people get induced every day. I know there are pros and cons to being induced for sure, because even if we do go to 39 weeks, he'll probably be closer to like 9 pounds by then. And you know, if we keep going longer, then he could approach 10. And obviously I'm not trying to have like a huge baby. I would like him to wear some of his newborn clothes I bought. Not that that obviously matters, of course. I just want him healthy and here, you know, when he's ready. So I was thinking, well, maybe like, because I know a lot of people do start dilating around like 37 weeks. Like, that's not crazy, even if it's just like 1 or 2 centimeters, because obviously you can be 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters for like weeks at a time. So I was like, well, maybe I'm like starting to dilate, like maybe he's big and I'm like kind of starting to move in that direction. No, I'm not dilated at all. My cervix is like, it's just not really going anywhere yet. And she also said he doesn't seem, I don't know if she did this by feeling or, well, she obviously felt in there, but I don't know if she could tell this from the ultrasound or just by the feeling. But she's like, he's also not very low, like not low enough in the pelvis. So basically I'm like, he's in position and everything, and I don't think he could get out of position if he wanted to. I don't think he can move that big head around if he wanted to, but I'm not like, you know, anywhere progressed anywhere towards a labor situation. So I don't know, it just seems like, obviously this is my first pregnancy, so I have no idea, but it kind of seems like the likelihood that he just like super drops and I start dilating to the point of, you know, getting close to labor in the next 14, you know, 16 days. I don't know, it seems kind of unlikely. Like, I feel like if he was big enough to start coming, I would be maybe like dilating and effacing and all that stuff a little bit, but doesn't seem like we're moving that direction, at least not yet. So I kind of have a feeling we're gonna probably schedule it. So obviously it would be a week before his due date, which is honestly totally fine with me. I just want him to be ready to come out, and obviously at 39 weeks they are ready, and I want to have him vaginally for sure. Obviously if that changes in the process, then so be it, but I would like to do it that way if I can help it. And that's what she said. She's like, of course we'll try it that way, and then if we, you know, have to make changes or something like that, of course we'll do that. I think I'm definitely okay with inducing at 39 weeks. I feel like it'd be kind of nice to have it scheduled, like as much as maybe it's kind of cool and fun and I don't know, it's just part of the process to go into labor and kind of have that like big wow, oh my gosh, is this happening moment. I'm such a planner and I know obviously, like, you know, getting pregnant, that was nowhere, like planning that didn't go anywhere according to plan because it took us so long, and obviously you can't really plan when the baby's ready to come out, but I like the idea of planning it if possible and safe and, you know, advised by the doctor and all that stuff. So I think I'm okay with that. I mean, like my best friend who had her baby, I guess like 8 months ago, she was induced. I feel like it's kind of not that big of a deal, and it would be kind of nice to know when it's happening. Obviously getting scheduled doesn't keep him in there, so of course we could schedule it and he could come sooner, but I like the idea of knowing that he, you know, is not going to be coming later than that, and there's kind of like a set date when it wouldn't go past that. Obviously if he came sooner, then so be it, but I kind of like knowing when the like last chance is. I think we're going to probably be scheduling an induction, which is just crazy to think about that that's like on the table, because I guess you never really, not that it's a bad thing, but you just never really think that that's gonna happen. You know, you kind of just think you're gonna go into labor. And also the fact that like we could know when his birthday is gonna be, like we could go to bed the day before and know that we're gonna maybe not even have, you know, you don't always have the baby the day you're induced, but just know that like, all right, let's pack up and go to the hospital to have a baby. Like the whole concept of that is wild to me. Ken is literally like freaking out. He's the kind of person that needs something like tangible. Like when I was pregnant, it didn't really like hit him until we had like an ultrasound and he could like see him and get pictures of him. And now that I feel like he kind of knows when the last possible date he could possibly be born is, I think that also makes it kind of real for him, especially because that's like 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna just go under the assumption that that's what we're gonna do, because it doesn't seem like he's gonna come sooner, at least at this rate. Obviously I have appointments every week now, so I'll be getting checked, and if I start making any kind of moves towards it, then at least we'll have an idea of that. But I also know you can dilate and then just stay dilated and then not really go into labor for a while too. And so that's basically the whole update. I got my blood taken again for, I don't even know what they were taking the blood for, and then they did like cultures for the group B strep and whatever else. They had like I think like a student in the room that did that. So we were kind of like in and out of the waiting room, and we saw like so many different nurses and doctors. I think after this, like that was the last test and like the last blood work, I'm pretty sure, and most likely the last ultrasound. So I think from here on out, it's just probably like cervical checks and just visiting with a doctor. We also went over my like birth related questions, like labor questions and my birth plan. So yeah, that is the update. It seems kind of wild. Oh, let me sit in a more comfortable position. I'm probably gonna be like awkwardly low at this point. Sure am. I can show y'all these couple packages that I opened, and then I'm really hoping that our phones come soon. I wish I could like bring this lower, but that wouldn't really make sense. But okay, so actually this is a package from Old Navy that got like lost like a long time ago. Like this got lost. I probably ordered this almost a month ago, and it got lost like 2 weeks ago, and then it just randomly showed up. So I don't know how they found it or what, but it showed up at my door, and I ordered a bunch of these little, I'll link these if I can. Old Navy, I like never know if they have stuff in stock, but they're kind of like sweater little peplum tanks, and they're actually like a legit knitted sweater material. Probably black's not the best one to show you with, but I got 4 of them because they were on a really good deal, and I was like, these could be kind of clutch. Let me show you one that's not black so you can kind of get a better idea for what they look like. So this is the kind of ivory one. Got like thicker straps, which is honestly kind of nice because I like tried these on even though my belly's hanging out of them. You can wear a regular bra with them and the straps don't show through, but they're pretty simple. They just have like the same scoop on the front and back, and then that little kind of peplum detail. But I think you can tell, yeah, like up close, it's like a legitimate like sweater, like knit material. Got some really nice kind of detailing, and it's sort of like cinched every so often around the peplum like kind of skirt area. So it has some nice detailing. It honestly feels pretty substantial as well. All right, this is an extremely janky setup right now where the camera is, but I feel like this angle is a little bit like more, I don't know, appropriate for where I'm sitting, because I cannot sit on my knees like that anymore. That was getting so uncomfortable. But this is like a really like kind of thick, nice, heavy, almost like a heavy material. So honestly, I don't even know how good this would be for like the actual summertime. Obviously, it did not arrive. I did not buy this in the summertime. I feel like this is almost more of like a fall or winter kind of tank top, which is sort of why I got it. I feel like this will be a good kind of layering piece. I just have so many like flannels and shackets and jackets and like chambray, like denim shirts and things like that, that I feel like a lot of my wardrobe calls for like tank tops and things to layer under a lot of these things. So I've kind of strategically actually just filmed an Old Navy haul yesterday or the day before, and of course these come like the day after, but that had a couple kind of just like very flowy, I think kind of almost peplum style tank tops, because I feel like those are just like obviously you can just layer basic like rib tank tops underneath of shackets and all those things, but I feel like things like this are a little bit, you know, nicer looking and a little more substantial, and I like that they're very flowy. I feel like for the postpartum period where, you know, things will probably be settling back into shape and place and all that stuff, I'm gonna want things that are just very kind of flattering, that sort of like skim over my body, nothing too tight or anything that could, you know, potentially be uncomfortable or unflattering. So I thought these would be perfect for that. And again, they're a little bit heavier, so I feel like they'll be nice for the fall and winter for just having like a little added warmth. So I got the black and the cream kind of ivory. I got a mix of smalls and mediums because the smalls were sold out in some sizes and vice versa. So I got a little mix, and they honestly, I mean, like I said, I tried them on with this big belly, so it's hard to know how they're gonna actually look but they didn't seem to like be wildly different in size. I got this really pretty color. Don't you think this would just be so nice? Just looks really flattering on, and then just throwing like a jacket or like a, you know, dark color denim jacket or something over this with just like some jeans or some leggings. Like, I feel like it's kind of simple, but it's a little bit more elevated than just wearing like a ribbed kind of basic like wife beater style tank top. So for like the holidays, if, you know, we're going to get together with people or, you know, dinners or anything a little nicer, I feel like this takes it from being super casual to, I don't know, a little bit nicer. And the material is just, it's really nice. These feel expensive. How much? Yeah, the online stickers or like the online tags don't say the price. And then I got this yellow one too. I feel like those are pieces that could work in pretty much any season all year long. And then I got a little Target package in, and I think this is honestly a little too big for me. I just tried this on. It's a maternity shirt. It says Mama Bear. I thought it was just so cute, the two different fonts, and I really like this kind of teal, I don't know, kind of like bluish greenish color. But I got a medium, and I'm normally a small, but I got a medium just because I'm obviously on the bigger side right now, and I feel like it's like too big. It almost like fits me weirdly. Like, I feel like when you get to a certain point of pregnancy, you need things to almost be tight on purpose, because if they're like a little bit too loose, then they just kind of hang off the belly in like a weird way, and that's kind of what this does. But I still like the color and the graphic and everything. I still keep it and just wear it as like a, you know, regular long sleeve shirt. I do like it, but it doesn't really fit how I wanted it to. And then I got this cardigan. This is gonna be kind of hard to show you. Maybe I'll just like slip it on. It's from Universal Thread. It's really, honestly, kind of plain and basic, but it's also really yummy. It's just kind of a ribbed material, but it's like really, honestly, pretty. It's pretty thick. Like, it's got a lot of weight to it. And I got a size medium, so I sized up one size just for it to be a little oversized, and I feel like it definitely is a little oversized. Like, it kind of, you can kind of see in the arms, a little bit big, but honestly, that's how I like my cardigans to fit. And it has little pockets. I really like this. It's just kind of a simple, like, ribbed kind of knit material, and it's obviously super basic. It's just like this plain cream color, but I feel like you can kind of never go wrong with just like basic cardigans like this, and I don't really have many. And again, like I said, I'm kind of doing a lot of this layering stuff, so again, even kind of like a tank top like this with a cardigan over it and, you know, some like leather leggings or something, I feel like it's just kind of a cozy, very just like comfy look. And again, because I'm gonna be postpartum for all of, you know, fall and winter, I feel like this is just the kind of thing I'm gonna want to throw on even just around the house with a nursing bra or a nursing tank and sweatpants. This could kind of just be something really comfy to throw on, and then also obviously style with actual outfits and stuff. So I will link this up as well. This is just really nice, and it's honestly pretty long too. It covers my butt. It honestly goes almost to like the back of my knees. Oh, and then I also got a lipstick. So random. I like really never buy lip products anymore, but apparently this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it's like the darker version of Pillow Talk. It's like, I don't know, Pillow Talk 2 or something like that, but it's like the slightly darker Pillow Talk. This is the Revlon, just like the super lustrous in rose velvet. So I'll link this below as well. I obviously haven't like opened it or anything, but these are like $4. They're so affordable, and whoever shared this, like, I don't know, she wears this all the time and it looks really good on her, so I figured I would grab that and try that out. I haven't really tried like a new lip product in a hot minute, so that's what's going on. I feel like we've been just sitting here chatting for a while. I need to go downstairs and get back to editing because I did not even get, I don't know, probably 5 minutes into the video. Well, I was editing for more than 5 minutes, but I don't have more than 5 minutes of edited like footage at this point. So I'm gonna go back to editing. I'm gonna make some Home Chef for dinner. I'm actually laughing. For whatever reason, my Home Chef order yesterday, which it was missing a couple things, which is kind of annoying, they delivered my Home Chef order in 3 separate boxes. So I had like a leaning tower of Home Chef boxes in my kitchen yesterday, which was so funny. We didn't even order that many meals. We ordered like 5 meals and then some of the add-ons. I did like a little like haul on Instagram. I just kind of like showed it and wait for my freaking phone to get here. I don't know where Homeboy is, but I'm very excited and eager to get my hands on that, obviously. I feel like these ultrasound pictures are like notoriously difficult to show, and this might be even kind of hard to like see in general. Ken actually didn't really know what this was a picture of, but this is actually him looking like straight at the camera. So like that's an eye, that like dark space. Oh, maybe if I cover it, you can almost see better. Yeah, so that little dark spot there is an eye, and then like that's his nose. His other eye is kind of covered. He looks so cute. I mean, it's a little creepy at the same time, but I don't know, I feel like you can just tell. He's so cute. And then this is kind of a, shoot, I really feel like it's hard to see. Actually, honestly, the other one's similar to this, but better. Yeah, this one's like way better. So this is a profile. This up here is the placenta, and that's him. You see his like nose is like squished right into the placenta. And like I was telling y'all, these are like his lips right here. And he was kind of like sucking, like kissing motions toward the placenta, so his face is basically squished right into his placenta, which is so funny. That's kind of what that second picture is showing too, but I think this one's just like a lot clearer. And also is actually kind of funny and like, I don't know, potentially a little awkward, but she obviously asked if we know what we're having. I feel like they always ask that just so they don't accidentally spoil it for you if you are not finding out. But I was like, oh yeah, little boy. And then I always like make the same joke every time, like, well, hopefully it's still a boy, you know, like that. But she was kind of like moving it around. I don't even know how long the ultrasound was for. It was probably, I don't know, more than 5 minutes, but like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. So it was like not quick, but not super, super long. But at one point she like kind of got to like the top here, sort of where his butt is. And she was like, oh yeah, it's definitely still a boy. And it was just like, it was like just so, I don't know, like, I don't want to say big, but it was just like so apparent. Like I feel like every time they're checking the gender, you have no idea what they're looking at, and they're like, oh yeah, it's a boy, and like I don't really see anything ever. But I don't know if it's just the way he was positioned or how she had the little wand thing or whatever, but it was like front and center. She's like, yeah, he's showing off a little bit. It's definitely still a boy. So it was just like, it's never been that obvious to me. So again, obviously he's much bigger, so everything, you know, stands out a little bit more than it did when he was smaller. It was kind of funny. I don't know, usually it's kind of hard to tell. So anyway, I am getting started on dinner. I have the water boiling. If I'm not in the mood for like anything in particular, I just grab like the whole stack of recipe cards and just give it to Ken, and usually he'll just pick whatever he's in the mood for, and that's what we do. So he picked the creamy mushroom, black garlic, and prosciutto gemelli with broccolini. I picked this because I just haven't had broccolini, I feel like, in a long time, and I really like it, and I feel like anything with prosciutto is good, and anything with pasta is good. So I'm making that, and we're just patiently waiting for Mr. UPS to get here. All right, y'all, homeboy showed up literally with 10 minutes to spare on like the delivery window. So Ken's like finishing up his video game, so he's not here at the moment. He got the 13 mini, which I'm just laughing because look how tiny even like the boxes are compared to each other. And I got the 13 Pro Max. Y'all, I literally got the 1 terabyte. I got the biggest phone with the biggest storage because my current phone is literally like 64 gigs and it's perpetually full. And I hate having to constantly worry about how many apps I have and deleting pictures. And obviously, as I just found out today, I'm having a baby probably in like 14 to 16 days. So I know I'm gonna be taking a bajillion and one pictures, as we moms do, I feel like. And I just don't wanna have to worry about having a limited number of videos or pictures or apps or anything. It's just like not something I wanna worry about. Ken, on the other hand, hates even the normal size of his phone. So he got the mini. And apparently this is the last year, at least for a while, that Apple plans to make the minis. So he's really, really stoked that he got his hands on one before they like kind of phase them out. So I'm super excited. I got the gold. Obviously I haven't opened it yet, but like, can we take a moment for this box? Like the matte black packaging with like the gold. I mean, I just love like the simplicity of Apple's everything, but I feel like the matte black was quite the move because this just looks like so sharp. Just look at that beauty. I love the like boxier shape of them. Y'all, have a 10, by the way, an XS Max, so this is like multiple generations of an upgrade for me. Like I don't even have the separate cameras on my current one. I have it where it's just like kind of one camera up and down. So this is, I mean, this just the hardware, everything about this is so different. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Look at that little font. They definitely, I obviously have just turned it on, but they definitely moved the buttons way down. Y'all can probably even tell just from looking at it. The like power button and even the volume and stuff, everything's just a lot lower. This is so cool. I literally didn't know they could just be near each other and do this automatically. This is making this so easy. All right, it's been actually a little bit since I picked up the camera. I kind of, not like lost track of time, but setting up the phones, like transferring all the data and all of that, like the settings, that was actually way easier than I thought it was gonna be. I kind of thought it was gonna be a pain, but then it actually transferred like more data than I wanted to. Like it literally replicated my old phone onto my new phone, which I didn't really want it to do that. Like I wanted to transfer like my notes and I guess like, you know, a lot of my settings, but I didn't want all my thousands of pictures, and I didn't want, I don't know, I just didn't want like everything transferred over, because I kind of, part of the point of me getting a new phone was to like sort of start fresh. Like I had 84 Safari tabs open and like 3,000 pictures and all this stuff, and as much as like they were useful on my old phone, I kind of need to like start fresh so that I don't start a brand new phone with thousands of pictures and almost 100 tabs on Safari. So I didn't realize it was gonna literally replicate my phone onto the new one. That was like a little bit like kind of annoying, just because I had to go through and like delete all the pictures individually and delete all the tabs and all that stuff. And then I didn't realize that the phone, both of our phones, like it didn't activate. We just transferred like the data, but we didn't turn them on to make them functional. So we've both had our old phones off, like using our new phones, and it honestly took us a while to realize they weren't activated. And now it keeps like failing to activate every time I do it. So I'm doing it a different way now. It's complete, I don't know. I really don't know how to do this. I might have to like actually call customer service. I mean, our old phones still have service, so I mean, there's no one really trying to contact us anyway, but it's just, I don't know, that's like the last step we have to do. But so far, so good. It's so nice having a new phone that actually works. Yeah, it says waiting for activation again, so I don't know if this worked. But anyway, him in that like golf club, but not really golf club. That's gonna wrap up this vlog. I feel like I got a ton of footage, and it was very chatty. I feel like I chatted a lot, but it was also kind of a big day with all this stuff we learned at the OB appointment, getting new phones and stuff like that. So I think it was definitely vlog worthy, and I hope that y'all enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.